Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who I learned this truth from the root of wealth. Peace, salutations to the 144,000 and the rest of the one third, the large multitude unto us, say Shalom. Coming to you back with another lesson through the Spirit, and the title for this one is going to be, we have to be like Clark Kent when dealing with the people in the world, because when we're out here in the world, and in our daily lives, either your jobs, or you're out at the grocery store or running errands. Ultimately, we have to be like Clark Kent. We can't tell these people what is really on our minds. Because ultimately we got to keep a low profile. We can't just go out telling everybody that we're Hebrew Israelites, that the self-proclaimed white man is the devil, that America is going to be destroyed. We can't just go out and blurt these things out to the average person, because ultimately, they get called us bugged out, or report us. You get fired from your job. People will look at you sideways, and ultimately you got to take the low. We got to be like Clark Kent, because Clark Kent, which is Superman, and his real name is Kal-El, which means all powerful. Ultimately, he takes the low. When he's in that disguise. Just like we have to do. When dealing with the world, because we just can't go out and be our 100% selves, because ultimately this world is soft. And ultimately we're walking with that wisdom. With that fear of the Lord, knowing that we can't just talk to these people how we would wish to talk to them. We gotta water ourselves down ultimately to deal with the people in the world, because if we would really if we really taught them how we really wanted to talk to them, then it will lead to altercations, to conflict. So I'm gonna get this first scripture. This is Colossians chapter 4 and verse 5. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Verse 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how to ye ought to answer every man. Yeah, and that's how we in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, us in His truth, in our walk. That's how we move. We move with that wisdom. We move with 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 carefulness. Not just blurting out anything that's on our mind. Because ultimately, majority of these people, they're wicked. They You just can't talk to them how you would talk to somebody in this truth. About the prophecies about America's going to be destroyed, who Esau Edom really is. And ultimately that's because we got to be like Clark Kent. We just can't be like these other Israelite camps. Just wearing their fringes out to work. To the grocery store, to the DMV, to the park, and ultimately that's putting a target on their back. Because they're not walking in wisdom to them that are without. And ultimately when Esau Edom, comes down with that persecution, these other Israelite camps, that make their congregation outright just walk with their fringes out and about, without a care in the world. They're going to be the first ones to get round up, because they're just walking without that wisdom. They're not concealing, their identity, of who they truly are. Ultimately, they're just showing out of who who they are, which they're a Hebrew Israelite, but they're just out out and about, just wearing it out like that, and that's not how it's supposed to be, especially in this society. Because Esau Edom, he he pretty much labels the Hebrew Israelite movement as a domestic T word. So knowing that, that's why us and the great millstone and the likewise brothers that teach the likewise doctrine, we move like Clark Kent. We're not just out here moving recklessly, wearing our fringes out, telling everybody that you're an Israelite, telling them about the prophecy, telling them that America's going to be destroyed. We move different here in the great millstone and the likewise brothers that teach the likewise doctrine. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See then, ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And that's how the elect are walking. We're walking with that circumspect. We're being aware of our surroundings. We're not just out here just out and about, showing who we are, with our fringes out, telling everybody that they're Israelite, telling, your mailman, telling your supervisor that he's an Israelite or that he's an Edomite and he's gonna be destroyed. We're not moving like these other Israelite camps, just pretty much just out and about, not trying to conceal, what they're really about. They're pretty much just out and about. And that's pretty much putting that target on their back. When all hell breaks loose, that those are going to be the first targets for Esau, Edom. So I'm gonna get this next one. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 18. If it be possible, as much life in you, live peaceably with all men. Verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, set Yahweh Shemel Shai. So we got to live peacefully with these people in the world. We just can't go out and start cussing them out, telling them that they're going to be destroyed. 2/3 of our people that they're going to be destroyed through those ICBMs. Telling these Edomites that they're going to go into slavery. We basically got to take the low. Because ultimately Yahweh Shemel Shai is the one who's going to stand up for us. But for right now, we got to play that Clark Kent. We can't just be out here with just out and about telling everybody that we're Israelite. That's gonna put a target on our back. And ultimately, it could get you fired from your job. It could get you roped up. It could get you arrested. Ultimately, because now more than ever, being a Hebrew Israelite, is labeled as a domestic T word. It's pretty much not popular right now. But how much more when that persecution comes? So I'm gonna get this next one. This is First Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking who he may devour. And that's what the elect are doing. We're in that sober minded state as not being caught up with the cares of this world, with the flashiness, because a lot of these other Israelite camps, that's really what they're about. They're just in in their their respective camp, either IUIC, the Sakari, ultimately for the approval of man. That's why they wear their fringes out. They got the t-shirt fringes. It's all for that approval of the world, but ultimately the elect, we're in a different mindset. We're not out here just walking recklessly, with our fringes out, just telling everybody about the truth. Because ultimately, majority of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, aren't going to receive this truth. So why would we just go out there and tell them, that they're Israelite? They're not going to receive it. And Esau Edom he's constantly looking, for ways to persecute you and, having those, fringes out, telling everybody at your job, who's a Jake that, they're Israelite, telling Edomites they're going to be destroyed. that's just gonna get you roped up. That's why the elect, we're moving different. We're moving like Clark Kent, moving with wisdom. We're moving with that fear of the Lord, not just walking recklessly ra- recklessly and out and about. Yeah, but that's pretty much the point. I pray this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Shai, by Sher Kakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from you well. Being salutation to the 144,000 and the rest of the one third, the large multitude unto you.